Hey, hey, hey. Happy Monday to those out there who feel Monday should be happy. Happiness is a choice, remember? So, holy smack gobberoni. These energies have been just when you thought they were evening out, things begin to happen. Last week, I thought I was going to lose my back. Was I coming at the end of a 30-day cleanse? Did I lift something a little bit heavy? Was I putting a little inflammation on the use of my exit pipes? Yes. Yeah. So, a lot of things were happening. Come about Thursday, I felt like certain people I was having conversations with were having a completely different conversation within the conversation. And so I found myself all week really having to align my energy around these specific people. And one of them displays a hardcore narcissistic characteristics. And I bobbed and weaved with some narcissists in my time, and don't let it allow displays of chaos within my world. I just learned how to handle things. But this particular person honestly takes the cake. And so everything boils down to not being appreciated, no value in anything that you do, turning everything around on you. Everything has to do with money and them. And so it ended my week with a real big kabam, bam, bam. And so it stirred a lot of emotions with me, energy in motion. And so come Friday, which happened to be my solar return, I can't say that I felt like a victim or beat up, but I felt very quiet. Very super quiet. I wanted to go inward during a specific time frame and generate and regenerate what I wanted to bring forward in the next solar time frame. And Saturday, I felt like it was real hard for me to hold tears back, but yet tears didn't come. So there's a lot of this down, up through that fifth chakra, and then down. And I had breakfast with a friend who I said I didn't really want to talk about it. I was just processing some things, who just offered complete support of whatever it was that I was going through very sincerely. But then the next day also needed a lot from me. So I was feeling the old value tugging going on again. So other things very synergistically going on. I went to the bank. I needed to cash a check, which was 48. I came home. I was drawn towards my Lemurian Star Child cards. I had a card already out that I put back in the deck, began to shuffle. And as soon as I asked the question, what card, it flew out, and it was the exact same card that I put back in. And it was about creation and how to manifest what it is you set forth, and that it's come full circle, and now we're recreating creation. And it was on page 48. So as I'm getting a lot of synergistics, I'm also feeling like I'm out there flapping in the wind. And so Saturday, as this was creeping up, And then all of a sudden it sort of lifted. And then Sunday, even though it was rainy and overcast and a lot of stuff here, I felt like the energy was lifting and I slept good, but I woke to feeling high levels of anxiety, high levels within that back area, that trepidation, that kidney, that fear, that adrenals, that was coming up. And there was a part of me that just didn't want to get out of bed. And so I stalled. I stayed in flatline as long as I could, allowing things to kind of come through and to process. And then today, just trying to put some things in forward motion. And I know that I have full control over my control dial on how I respond and what do I allow to be reactionary, fractionary, responsonary, and what I have full control over is my physicality. So I can calm those adrenals. I can ask my kidneys to slow their roll. I can ask whatever trepidation might be going on energetically that's creating a physical response to whatever's going on in the climate. But I can take my barometer, my soul navigator, my individual independent positioning system of my divine self, and I can override and adjust. And so I've managed to do that without ignoring the physical warning signs that something is going on. And so I'm not suppressing and depressing and pushing it down and ignoring it by steamrolling over it. I'm allowing myself to marinate and have my finger on the pulse and my dial so that whatever it is that's creating all of this unknownness, isn't controlling me. So I'm not out of control. I'm fully in my space and my place so that I am aware that my fulcrum is strong, my anchoring is strong, and I don't create undue harm and accidents along the way. Because when we get out of body like this, we are allowing the balance and one to be a little over what the other is, and it may be in a way that's creating this scenario of mini tsunamis and pulsating events that I need to be stop, drop, sit, connect with my breath and aware of. So it's critically important while these things are happening. So it's important for me while my adrenals are saying, hey, maybe you gave me too much sugar. Maybe I didn't get enough liquid. Maybe I didn't eat the healthiest, higher component foods. Energetically, I cannot control what is going on in the universe, but I can work with the unity of me, and see if I can fine tune so that I can filter information better without wanting to get the frick off this train. And so many of us out here in the light worker community are really seeing things in different light because we've been in this scenario, in this ring of change much longer than others, and we're just tired of the whirlpool effect. We want to jump ship. We just want to jump ship. And so a lot more dialogue with the inner self, the outer self, the teams are being required right now. Because we need to be talking just like this to our guide team. So we need to decide how fast we want that merry-go-round that we currently are on to go, or if we can maybe stick a foot out, slow it down just a little bit, especially if it's going in the reverse, creating a lot of woo-hoo on the equilibrium. So we're in all of that right now. So let it be teaching moments, my friends. Let it be teaching moments by coming to a place of neutrality so that you can just see it for the information that it is and what it is it's sharing with you and what movements it's asking of you. And maybe you need to zip up a little over here. Maybe you need to nurture and love a little over here. But it's stirring the soup. Even though calendar-wise it says we're at the equinox, equal day, equal night. So maybe we're getting bombarded by equal dark and equal light, and it's just feeling uncomfortable in the middle. And so that's why I always stress, fortify that fulcrum. Fortify that physical body. Fortify, strengthen, reinforce, restore. Give rejuvenation to maybe some places that are getting a little wrung out. Like for me, my adrenals and my kidneys. They're feeling it. They're feeling this, you know? And so when the adrenals are doing this, it's impossible to take a deep, full breath because it doesn't want your sympathetic nervous system to kick over to parasympathetic relax. It needs you in fight or flight. And so I know that I have full control over that I can override and take a deep breath, and I can ask for the waters to calm just a little bit so that I can see the winds of directions. I can see what waves are coming at me, to me, for me, and how I need to maneuver all of that. So I don't get tipped over and don't have a device for landing, for solidarity. And so this is kind of important that we're aware of all of this. And so today, I wound up shuffling through my cards again, asking for perhaps something else. And I got this one, which is receive your divine birthright. And of course, my solar return, this is a perfect thing, but it was really all about allowing yourself to be nurtured. And no matter what genitalia you have or how you classify yourself, we all have masculine, feminine, and unison energies within our individual person. So looking at this, I'm now going to go into unconditional love and meditate on that for a little bit and see how that can self-adjust. But isn't she beautiful? Look at this. She's just so beautiful. So there's a lot of activations within this card. So let me get my big face out of it in case you want to snap a picture. And in snapping a picture, you can then look at it. And lots of times what I do is I will hold or I will lay it on me and allow the intentions of how this card was created through unconditional love and support for whoever is seeing it, sensing it, and touching it, and created it, that it it showers and douses me with the same intentional love. So stay steady, my friends. Stay steady. You can do this. Get your footings. Get your breath. Get your sensory systems of the physical and hone it in and get control of this vehicle. Don't allow the mind to become overcrowded, adrenal-run monkeys. Override it and see yourself as a powerful being of love. And see if you can't expand out on that, contract with that, and not even use words, use visual, and then tap in to see how you feel. Now, I just posted a video. There's a new platform that I'm joining. I've been invited to join, and it's Zoology Studios 1 with Todd Medina. And so my bud Stir, my sister in love, Pam from Higher Vibrations, invited me on her show yesterday. And she wound up doing an impromptu solo on all of the technology and actually got us into the screen without any hiccups. And so it's an uncensored platform, but I posted it on my YouTube channel. And so I really want you to tune into it. Word of warning, there's some F-bombs that we both dropped, so please do not listen to that video around someone who may be sensitive to that word, okay? And it is an hour and a half, so it's something perfect to put your buds on and listen to while you're cleaning or cooking dinner or driving in your vehicle. And so it is 90 minutes of just flip-flopping back and forth. There was absolutely all my videos, not a one are pre-rehearsed. Not a one. Not a freaking one is pre-rehearsed. There is no preliminary dress rehearsals that go on in any of my videos, even the ones I do with other people. We may get on there and just say, hey, how are you? We may have to adjust our camera, our lighting, sometimes our hair. And then we're, especially for me, if I'm the one controlling it as the host, I'm like, you ready? Let's just jump. And then we jump. And so Pam and I just jumped. We jumped from subject to subject to subject. Just kind of sharing, you know, our perspective, our insight on it. So I would appreciate you listening to it. And, you know, algorithms are super important in social media. So every comment, every like, every heart of love, you know, every blow and a kiss, prayers, hands, you know, even if you don't have something nice or unnice to say about it, just hitting something just says, you know what, maybe this isn't for me right now, but let me send it on to someone else, because I really like the efforts that these women are putting forth, although the material might not be something I get. But just take a second to show your support for us just getting out here blindly and letting our spirit guides come through and share vibrational information with you. And it may not be on a chord that resonates at this moment, but it might down the road, you might have a lot of ahas, because it's all about activations. All right? I don't like to get over 20 minutes because then I have to edit and I don't know how to do that. So much love to each and every one of you, and I'll see each of you on another video.